My sense is that Canadians are deeply concerned about what they see happening in this country in terms of the environment. They're worried about what their children are going to grow up in. And what we would like to do is tour across Canada and tap into that perception. What are Canadians really concerned about? What are the long-term concerns, and what do they think we can do about it?
In about October, late October, a group of us from the Suzuki Foundation, including people from Toronto and Ottawa, who were on a conference call, we were all gathered together at the conference table here in the small boardroom, and we were kicking about what to do about the next election. And we kicked around all sorts of ideas. There were ideas about having one huge event in Ottawa. There was an advertising campaign. There was all sorts of various ideas. And one of the things that had been floated was that Dr. Suzuki wanted to do this kind of traveling roadshow thing, but it was like more like a traveling Chautauqua with string bands and things like this. So coming from a political background, my first thought was, well, it sounds like, you know, David wants to go on a campaign tour. So I floated out, why don't we put David on a political campaign tour right across the country? We'll put him on a bus and we'll go from one end of the country to the other and we'll do a mock election campaign.
We're going to spend a lot of time listening to Canadians as we travel from Newfoundland across to Victoria. We're going to listen to what Canadians express to us as their concerns and their issues. And we're going to take their answers to, if I was Prime Minister, I would. We're going to take their responses that they give us to the Prime Minister in Canada. We're going to take them across Canada, but ultimately to Ottawa.
Everywhere in Canada, we found 1, 2, 3, 4, sometimes, you know, a half a dozen organizations who were right on top of it, said, what a great idea, we love it. We met nothing but enthusiasm.
I hope as we travel across Canada in February that we'll build a wave of public interest so that people will look forward to us coming to their communities. But as we leave, the end of February, when the tour is finished, will not be the end of everything. It'll just be the beginning of what I hope is a long-term conversation within communities where people ask the critical questions: why do we like where we live? What is it about this community that we really value? And what will it be like in 20 or 30 years? We've got to evoke a vision of what Canada is and where we want to go into the future. So it'll be a conversation that will carry on long after the tour is over.
Well, it's going to be a great trip.
You betcha. All aboard.
Thank you.